Think of France, and what comes to mind? Maybe it's the Eiffel Tower, chic fashion, gourmet food, or luxurious wines. For decades, France has projected an image of cultural sophistication and economic stability. It's a G7 nation, a nuclear power, and a cornerstone of the European Union. But what if I told you that behind this elegant facade, the French economy is walking a tightrope, teetering on the edge of a crisis that few are talking about? What if the romantic image we all have is masking a deep, systemic fragility? Today, we're peeling back the layers of croissants and high fashion to uncover the uncomfortable truth about France's economy. Let's start with the elephant in the room, or rather, the mountain of debt. France's public debt is staggering. We are talking about a figure that has soared to over 3 trillion euros. To put that into perspective, it's more than 110% of its entire gross domestic product. This isn't just a number on a spreadsheet. It's a massive burden on every French citizen. Imagine carrying a backpack that gets heavier every single day, slowing you down, limiting your every move. That's what this debt does to the French economy. It stifles investment, puts immense pressure on public services, and mortgages the future of the younger generation. Compounding this debt problem is a relentless fiscal deficit. For over 4 decades, France has consistently spent more money than it brings in through taxes. Year after year, the government has failed to balance its budget. This isn't a recent issue caused by a single crisis like the pandemic or the energy shock. It's a chronic condition, a structural addiction to spending. The government has tried to implement reforms, but this is where the second major problem comes in: political gridlock. France's political landscape is notoriously fractured. Whenever a government, whether from the left or the right, attempts to introduce meaningful economic reforms, like trimming the bloated public sector, simplifying the tax code, or overhauling the pension system, they are met with fierce resistance. Massive street protests, crippling strikes, and political standoffs become the norm. The infamous Gilets Jaunes or Yellow Vests movement was a powerful reminder of this social friction. This constant political paralysis means that the necessary, albeit painful, measures needed to fix the economy are perpetually delayed or watered down into ineffectiveness. The system is designed to resist change, even when that change is essential for long-term survival. It's like a patient who refuses to take their medicine because it tastes bad, even though the illness is getting worse. Now, let's dig deeper into the less obvious, but equally damaging, weaknesses. First, the bureaucracy. France is legendary for its complex and stifling administrative state, what the French call dirigism. Starting a business, hiring an employee, or even just navigating the tax system can be a bureaucratic nightmare. This red tape chokes entrepreneurship and discourages both domestic and foreign investment. While Germany is known for its efficient middle stand, its small and medium-sized enterprises, French entrepreneurs often find themselves tangled in a web of regulations that drains their time, energy, and capital. Then there's the tax burden. France has one of the highest tax-to-GDP ratios among developed countries. The combination of high corporate taxes, social security contributions, and individual income taxes creates a challenging environment for businesses and workers alike. Companies are hesitant to hire because the cost of labor is so high, and talented individuals are often incentivized to seek opportunities abroad, leading to a brain drain of skilled professionals. While these taxes are intended to fund France's generous social welfare system, which is a point of national pride, the question is, how long can this model be sustained when the economic engine is sputtering? This brings us to another critical underlying issue: a skills mismatch in the labor market. While France boasts a highly educated population and world-class universities, there's a significant gap between the skills people have and the skills employers need. In crucial, high-growth sectors like technology, artificial intelligence, and green energy, there's a severe shortage of qualified workers. This paradox of high overall unemployment coexisting with a lack of skilled labor in key industries highlights a failure in the education and training systems to adapt to the demands of the 21st century economy. France is producing brilliant engineers and scientists, but not nearly enough of the specialized technicians and digital experts needed to drive innovation forward at scale. So, what is the economic reality of France today? It's a story of profound contradiction. On one hand, you have a nation that is undeniably a global powerhouse. It has world-leading companies in aerospace, luxury goods, and energy. Think Airbus, LVMH, and Total Energies. France is home to a vibrant startup scene, especially in Paris, earning it the nickname Station F, the world's largest startup campus. Its economy is diversified, and its infrastructure is, for the most part, excellent. The French art de vivre, or art of living, contributes to a robust tourism industry that is the envy of the world. The economy shows incredible resilience, bouncing back from shocks with surprising strength. But on the other hand, this powerhouse is shackled. It's crippled by the immense weight of its public debt, a political system that resists reform, a bureaucracy that stifles innovation, and a tax system that punishes growth. The very social model that is meant to protect its citizens is now threatening the long-term prosperity needed to sustain it. France is like a world-class athlete forced to run a marathon with weights tied to their ankles. They are strong, talented, and have incredible endurance, but they are being held back by self-inflicted burdens. The future is deeply uncertain. Will France find the political will and social consensus to enact the deep structural reforms it so desperately needs? Can it modernize its state, unleash its entrepreneurial spirit, and align its education system with the needs of the future before the mountain of debt becomes truly unmanageable? Or will it continue to muddle through, patching up problems with more spending and debt, hoping that its inherent strengths will be enough to keep it afloat? The elegant facade remains, but the cracks are getting wider. The world watches, because as a key pillar of Europe, if France stumbles, the shockwaves will be felt far beyond its borders. The beautiful, proud, and powerful nation of France is at a crossroads, and the path it chooses will define its future and, to a large extent, the future of Europe itself.